Welcome to Talking Beards, an entertainment news podcast all about the facial hair lifestyle and the people who use their beards and mustaches to help change the world. Join your hosts, World Goatee Champion Aaron D. Johnston and two-time National Goatee Champion Scott Sikora as they talk about all the important issues in the community, from charity events, competition news, styling tips, breaking news, and much more. Tune in every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern as we stream live on all social media platforms as well as talkingbeards.com and answer all of your questions. Join in our chat room and be a part of the show each week as we give away great prizes, compliments of Honest Amish. I am your host, Aaron D. Johnston, and I am Scott Sikora, and we are Talking Beards.
Oh, hey, what's going on, everybody in Talking Beards world? This is episode number 196 of the live show, and this is episode number 274 of the podcast. My name is Aaron D. Johnston. I'm up here tonight because we got a Nico cam, and that's important. We should always have a Nico cam. You know, never know when Nico might be doing something. Tonight, he's not doing anything, but, you know, we have a cam just in case that he does something super spectacular and starts doing flips or something. Oh, my gosh, we're ready for it. What's up, Scott Sikora?
Oh, hi. I was going to say hi to Nico real quick.
Hi, Nico.
Yeah, well, hello, everyone. I'm Scott Sikora. Hello, Alan. Thank you again for another boost on the Fountain app for the Talking Beards podcast.
Thanks, Alan.
That's Alan. He's the great. It's pronounced WBMA or Wabama.
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide. We got Kyle Waller here, too. We got everyone. So
everybody's here.
Everyone's here. Even Nico.
Even Nico.
This reminds me of we were sitting here getting ready for the show, and he was just sitting there, and I was like, oh, this reminds me of Coffee Time with Nico.
Coffee Time with Nico.
I just
good old
found
COVID days.
Yeah, good old COVID days. But yeah. So anyways, I'm Scott Sikora. Thank you everyone for joining the show. Talkingbeards.com is where you can go watch the show live. If you want to just watch the show, talkingbeards.com is where you want to go. If you want to participate in the chat room like everyone else is, you guys can go over to either our Facebook page, our YouTube page, our Twitch page, or Twitter page.
We're all over the place.
We're all over the place. So if you want to participate, like I said, participate in the chat room and have fun with everyone, by all means, that's where you need to go. But if you just want to watch the show, you can just go to talkingbeards.com and that's it. There's other cool stuff over there to check out too if you want.
So tonight we have a absolutely action-packed episode, as Scott already kind of, let everybody know in the warm-ups or the pre-show. I don't know, during the music and the picture part of the episode.
How about we call it the intro?
There we go. That's the word I was looking for during the intro. But yeah, so action-packed. Earlier today, we're like, what are we going to do on the show today? And we didn't have a plan, and then we created a plan, and here it is. We're going to execute it with 3 guests tonight. We're going to have Brian Thompson and Petrinec. We're going to have Travis Smith, as Scott said, is the Honest Amish best overall for the online contest, and we're going to have Brad Felipe El Taco Petrinec from Murder City Facial Hair Crew. So yeah, we've got a lot going on. Not a lot going on right currently, but what did you do for the last week or so, Scott Sikora? How you been?
We got a punky getting added to the Nico cam right now.
Oh my gosh, here we go. This is breaking news.
Breaking news. And he's making noises right now.
Okay. Yeah. A lot going on over there. Nico cam, co-starring Punky right now. Punky wanted to get on the screen, and here she is. She's here.
Good. All right. The past week, let's see. I got over having the COVID. So, that's good. So I only really, I felt bad for, like a day. It was weird. Like I wouldn't have even taken a COVID test, but like just kind of had some soreness in my sinuses, and Angela was like, just take a COVID test and test positive.
The vid.
Boop.
Boop.
Yeah. So then I pretty much just, I like that first day, I kind of had a mild fever. It was like 99.8. and that was it.
Super mild.
Yeah, very mild. And then I just slept because they had nothing really to do because I couldn't go to work. And
I ain't got nothing else better to do. I'll just sleep.
yep,
That's what Nico does.
Yeah, so I got a nice air mattress in here, and which that was a funny story because I was trying to my air mattress that I had. The first night I slept on it, it was really nice, and then I woke up in the morning and I was on the floor. It just all the air went out of it. So I kept filling it up, and next thing I know, I found a huge hole in it, and I was like, oh, no idea how this hole got in there because it was on the bottom.
It's probably my fault.
It probably was, but I actually know it wasn't because I had slept on it a bunch of times after that, and it was totally fine.
Wasn't our fault. That's good.
It wasn't your fault. So I'm like, all right, frantically trying. I'm like, how am I going to get a new air mattress? And I can't leave. And I'm like, oh, well, I could drive to Walmart and they can load it into the car.
There you go.
But no, that wasn't it. So I went on. Maybe I shouldn't even tell this story. Let's just say that Walmart effed up and I ended up getting a really nice complimentary air mattress. And I'd slept so good for like every night on that thing.
Well, congratulations on dumpster diving at Walmart.
Yes.
Hey, man, there's good stuff in the dumpsters.
I know. That was just great. I mean, it didn't even smell like garbage or anything.
Yeah.
I mean, that was just Nico's breath.
Yeah, it was fine. It's just Nico's breath. I mean, you'd be surprised the really nice things you can find in dumpsters behind stores.
Yeah. So then over the weekend, I went back to work at the end of last week. And so we were working in San Antonio at this real pain in the butt job. But we stopped at the Busey's on the way back, and
you love Busey's.
It's so great. And if I don't know if we talked about this or anything, but did you ever notice how many hand sanitizers are in the men's restroom? It's like urinal hand sanitizer, urinal hand sanitizer. It's like
every other. I mean, everyone knows why there's so many hand sanitizers in the bathroom, but enlighten everyone that doesn't know. What's up? Look at
DG Web.
Yeah, I was trying to come up with something clever. It didn't work. DG Web.
I don't know. But so I declared really loudly that everyone make sure that they put enough hand sanitizer in their pee hole. And my coworkers thought that was pretty funny, and they had to tell me to shut up because they were trying not to laugh really loud because it was really quiet in there and I was really loud about it.
And you're just telling everybody that you need to use hand sanitizers on your wieners.
Yeah. So because that's why they're there.
Mm-hmm. Everybody knows that.
Yep. So
yeah, especially Kyle Waller. Kyle Waller knows that for sure.
Yeah, he's all about the pee hole sanitizer at the Busey's.
So is Ian. He is too. Yeah. He said, "Oh hey," but really he was just like wanting to hear the story about the hand sanitizers mainly.
So I mean, it was such a great story. So then that leads up until today, and weather's getting all crappy out there right now, and we got rained out yesterday. But the end of the week, even though it's the holiday, so we're off anyways at the end of the week, but looking like a huge freeze warnings for Austin again. I mean, it's like 16 degrees on Friday and Saturday. Like, it's gonna be freaking cold. But how about what's it supposed to be like by you?
Yeah, so during the weekend, I think it's gonna be like 30 and 16 here in Aiken for like Christmas Eve. But we're gonna go to Kentucky where it's gonna be like 0 and 12 or something like that. But we're gonna go up there and see family, and we'll get through the blistering cold. But this is ridiculous, and there's people that live in the part of the country that's like -40 and stuff like that. So I guess it could be way worse.
Yeah, well, that's what I saw some fun pictures from Christine today. She was out in the snow up in Vancouver, and I was like, man.
Look at Andrew, -65 wind chill, almost sweatshirt weather. Shut up! It's almost you can't go outside weather at -65. That's ridiculous.
I don't know if I ever told you the story about. So I was working in St. Paul, Minnesota, and I was doing a series of concerts up there, and it was in downtown St. Paul. And it was like, when I landed there, it was like negative like 20 or something like that. It was a cold that I had never ever like experienced before. And I just remember walking through the airport and seeing everyone all bundled up. And then I get to, because I'm going to pick up my rental car, and I walk out into the parking garage, and immediately like my snot froze in my face, like out my eyeballs, like just like it felt like those froze too. And I'm like breathing out my nose, and like I could instantaneously feel like everything freezing right onto my mustache.
Dude, that's so crazy.
But yeah, so my hotel that I stayed at was right in downtown, and it was like 3 or 4 blocks away from the club that I was at, which I can't remember what it was, but
Discotheque.
Yes. And I remember I was like, you know what? I'm not going to try to figure out parking. I'm just going to walk. So I walked from the club to I walked from the hotel to the club, and it was just the worst. It was like horrid.
How far do you think it was?
It was only like maybe like 3 or 4 blocks. It wasn't.
Yeah, but that was a terrible 3 or 4 blocks.
Yeah.
When it was like 0.
Yeah. So then I remember the next night I did the same thing. I walked there, and then at the end of the event, I walked back to the hotel, and I was in the hotel at the hotel bar having a couple drinks, and these people come like walking in through this doorway, and this guy was like talking about some concert they were at, and I was like, "Did you guys walk?" And they're like, "Yeah." Well, in St. Paul, like the whole city has like an internal walkway where all the buildings are connected, so you never have to go outside if you're walking around this.
That makes sense, being in like a cold weather city.
So stupid me didn't know about this, and I could have walked right to the club inside the whole entire way.
Oh no! When you're like, no one's out here on the sidewalk. I'm all by myself.
Yep, that's exactly how it was. I was outside by myself. Like there was no one
else
out there
walking around in the hallway.
Yeah. So
that's pretty cool. I'm gonna go check that out next time.
Yeah. So if you ever travel up north, that far north into Minnesota or whatever, it's a different world up there. I mean, even growing up in Cleveland, it would get like the wind chills would get really bad up there. But we would
party foul, Scott. You had a party foul.
But we would travel up to Niagara Falls in the wintertime because the falls are beautiful. But yeah, it just is. It is horrid up there, but
Eric heard that Fiddy was in the club.
Yeah, could have been.
Probably. Definitely the type of clubs you hung out in.
Yeah.
50 Cent and Scott Sikora on tour.
Could have been. You never know with me.
You never know.
So how about you? I mean, I started to interrupt with my fun story about
You're good.
That stuff, but what have you been doing for the past week? Because I know you did some fun, cool stuff.
Yeah, so last week we did Talking Beards, and then we kind of hung out at the house, I think, for the most part, a few days. And then, so Saturday we went to Charleston, and we officially stepped down. Natalie and I and Jake McKellop stepped down as the 2 presidents and the vice president of Holy City Beard and Mustache Society, and gave it to James Pemberton. And we stayed on as members, and we had a good conversation. If he gets the ball rolling with the club again, and they start to put together a competition, I'm 100% on board. And I'm just not in a position to go to Charleston every weekend or every week or whatever and round up new bearded local people and get them excited about the club. I have zero time to do that sort of thing right now. So,
well, that's what we do right now.
Well, yeah, but like in person, like do stuff for Charleston city specific stuff. Like, yeah, we could start an online beard club, kind of like what we've done. And we're all going to get together and we'll put on some amazing, cool event, but then we're all going to go back to our individual cities. And I think that's one of the things that this beard community is really, really hurting with right now is like the internet type beard clubs are still okay, but the individual city beard clubs are really kind of hurting because people quit getting together in bars and hanging out and beating the streets and trying to get new people and that whole jazz. So hopefully, that'll give the Charleston club an opportunity to kind of rah-rah together and rebuild the troops. And then maybe they'll get a bunch of new people that want to put on a competition or some sort of event. And we'll gladly go help them with an event. But we just don't have time to be those people to make those events happen in a city that's 3 hours from our house. So
according to some, the beard scene has completely died. COVID killed it, and then it hasn't come back.
That's what I heard. And NFTs are the future, baby.
That's right, man.
But yeah, so we did that Saturday. It all went really well. And then we drove back home. Nice 2.5, 3 hour drive. And then the next day we drove to Charlotte, which was also about a 2.5, 3 hour drive. We went and picked up the beautiful Inkara Ocean, and she took us to this restaurant that I can't remember the name of it.
Spaghetti.
It was like a diner that one of her foodie friends recommended. And dude, this place was amazing. It had super good burgers. The menu was one of the biggest like variety of menus that I've seen. Like it was really kind of obnoxious.
Bigger than the Cheesecake Factory?
Way bigger. Smokes the Cheesecake Factory. But yes, and then they had really good cake, and we got some cake on our way out. And then we went to Charlotte Motor Speedway, and we looked at all the Christmas lights. So they decorate the inside of the racetrack with Christmas lights, and it's all in tune to a Christmas radio station that you tune your radio station to, and then all the lights are dancing to each song. And then so you come in the backstretch, you go around part of the track, then you start looping around the road course, and all around like you're just driving through these like tunnels of lights that are dancing to the music and stuff. And then once you finally get through the whole 3-mile road course, then you park in the middle of the track, and then you go see Santa Claus, and there's some vendors and hot chocolate and s'mores, and it's just a winter wonderland. And that's what we did Sunday. And then we drove all the way back home, and we're here. And it was amazing. It was cool to do a couple weekend trips like back in the day, like we used to do. We always take 2.5, 3 hour road trips, and it was a lot of fun. But now it's like basically kind of like driving to the grocery store, really, because it's not what we've been doing all year. So 2.5, 3 hours is super quick. I don't know if we even took a trip that small all year. So it was a pretty easy weekend, 2 5-hour round trips on a Saturday and a Sunday. Super easy. So that was our weekend, and it was a lot of fun. We enjoyed it. Now we're back home. I went and got truck parts today. That was pretty good.
You were looking for green.
Yes, I got green fenders and a green door. And I also have a green cowl piece already, and I'm going to look for another green door. And my little black truck, I'm going to paint it the factory Nissan green color. So I think that's down the road. It's not like that's what I'm gonna do next week, but I'm slowly gathering the pieces that are factory green. So when I spray the outside of the truck, the
skunk.
Yeah, like a skunk. And then all the nooks and crannies will already be that green. So it's cheating a little bit, you know what I mean?
Why is it not crannies and nooks?
I knew it. Because nooks always come before crannies. That's why. Little known fact.
Nico.
Yeah, they want to hear from Nico.
Nico, what do you have to say?
What do you have to say about that, Nico?
Nico. Hello.
Nico. We're talking to you, Nico.
We're talking to you, Nico. Can you speak? Can you lay down?
Good boy.
Good boy, Nico.
He laid down.
Can you sit?
Lay there with your eyes open and blink slowly. With your
blink
foot
slowly,
on the ground.
Nico.
You want some peanut butter, Nico? Oh, he moved his head. Is it peanut butter time, Nico? He's moving them little feet. He's excited.
He's like, come smell my feet. They smell like Fritos.
The dog's life for him. Yeah, he is a dog brains.
This is very observant. Yes.
That was super observant. Good job.
You did it.
Thank you, Dampy. All right. You did it. You ready for our first of our amazing, luxurious guests for this evening?
He's already right here on the floor.
Are you ready for our second guest for the evening?
Well, let's get rid of this one
Why would you get rid of Nico?
because he's not doing anything.
Do something, Nico. He's not doing anything. Maybe this one will do something. You ready for this?
Go for it. Let's go.
All right. So we have a returning guest. There was some exciting news. We've got Brian Thompson and Petunia. So the question is, did he save it or not?
Well, you just said he did. Gosh darn it, Aaron. You really
hold on. It's Brian Thompson, but is he with Petunia? Let's find out if he saved it or not. How about that? There we go.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, he saved it. This is amazing.
Yes, I saved Petunia with y'all's help, of course.
Barely. It was you did all the heavy lifting, sir. We just
hey, everybody who
peanut gallery
helps.
Hey,
no,
dude.
I get it.
He used those big muscles.
He did. Yeah. So
hold on.
there you go.
Jeez, that's
so let's just. Oh
my!
Glad you were wearing pants.
I know. I am too.
An awkward episode
the
of
fly's
Talking
closed. That's only for y'all.
It wouldn't be the first time on Talking Beards. It's fine. It's definitely.
I believe. Was that a peanut? Yeah.
Whoops. And we're canceled. We didn't get canceled. It was fine.
Yes.
Make sure you use a lot of hand sanitizer down there, bud.
Oh yeah, no, I'm out in the garage right now, so I've got all kinds of wipes and cleaners and all kinds of shit. Oh yeah, we're good.
Well, Eric's joke said let's keep that camera pointing up there, Brian.
Exactly. I'm gonna try.
Oh, and Andrew saved you saved your eyebrows per Andrew. Yeah.
Of course.
Did you know, little known fact, Andrew Matson actually doesn't even have eyebrows.
Really?
Wow.
Just all beard.
He's got a beard. Well, see, he can't grow anything on the side, so he has the most prestigious of facial hairstyles. He has a goatee, but the goatee chose him. And
yes, I get that.
Yeah, and no eyebrows. Look at that.
See,
no eyebrows.
There you go. You can't even see him in that picture.
Can't even see him. It's the weirdest thing ever.
Huh.
So
that's all right.
Let's just dive into this. You obviously got to save Petunia. How did that feel?
That felt fantastic. We raised $2,714 total, I think. Yep.
Yeah, and you have 396 votes to save it.
That's what I was hoping for. That's what my job was, is to go around and find people that want to donate to save it. So that way I can make sure that I hope I don't have to learn that lesson again. That was a scary one.
Hey man, that's why I told you on the pre-show. Just don't open that big mouth this year, and then maybe you won't have to try to save your beard for a couple months.
You know what? It was a personal crisis where I said, you know what? Is this me? Is this not me? And I knew it was me, but I figured, why not do something? Again, as I'd said that the last time, that I'm new to the bearding community, and I fall in love with it head over heels, even so about it. So
you
absolutely.
Jumped right in, man. You absolutely jumped right in. People know who you are, and thank goodness everyone saved Petunia. Nobody was a bunch of smart Alex and tried to get
apparently
you
35 people wanted him to cut it off. Now, do you know the names of these 35 people, and should we go hunt them down?
I do know some of them who was, and that's, as I told everybody, I had speaking engagements. I went in front of crowds of people to actually raise donations, including the Ashland Rotary. And I found out the Ashland Rotary donated to Shave It. And I told them, they asked me, they said, what do you want? I said, I want to keep it. And they all kind of looked at each other. And I knew at that point, it's like, they don't want me to keep it. So it was okay. No, not at all. And I even told them, I said, look, y'all are right here in my backyard. If y'all never need boots on the ground as well for any charity drive that y'all are working on, please give me a call. I'm
You'll definitely
happy to help too.
Yeah, exactly. You'll definitely vote against their stuff.
Now.
The Rotary. No. Thank goodness they invented push button.
Yeah.
Well, thankfully we're old enough to remember that here, gentlemen. But yes, I was very very pleased. I honestly didn't watch. I didn't track it. I'm very good at staying inept at things. So that helped. That helped greatly. And I was pleasantly surprised. And again, Alex had joined me as well up on stage and did that as well. And he was able to save his beard as well. So we were very, very pleased, both of us. His wife certainly was happy. She loves his beard. My wife was just like, yeah, you got to keep it.
What's up, Ray? So can you tell us your or is this top secret stuff that what you're telling us about how you are going to cut your beard off? Can you tell us that story?
I don't mind at all. If y'all
Okay.
think it would be an interesting one. So
I think do it. Go for it.
My thought process was, and again, I got this idea from my personal captain of the RVA Beard League, Chad Roberts. He had said several years ago he had seen somebody. It was a husband and wife team. So the wife was the one of the Whiskerinas, and he used to compete as well. He had a large beard, and they were able to actually save his beard by kind of putting latex just individual around each hair, then grow it out a week, and then I was going to actually get a razor blade and shave underneath of it. So we were going to actually take my beard completely off my face with trying to keep it in as tact as possible and creepy as possible, of course.
Wow.
Beard taxidermy.
Do you think it would have worked? Like,
yes. We don't know how pretty it would have been, but I would have made sure that it worked to a certain degree. Now we may have had to keep it in a braid or something, but yes, it has been proven in the past to work. It's been a long time now, but it has worked in the past, and it's just, you know what? Sometimes you got to do something creepy and eerie because it's funny.
I mean,
so that would have been the time.
You would have been miserable for that week. Like
yes.
that, like your beard would probably itch. It might burn.
Not being able to brush it, not being able to do anything. Oh yeah, no, I know. Trust me, I realized that. But you know what? That was the funniest solution that my brother and I came up with. Is like, how can I make peace if this happens? Because I really was scared at the very start too. I was like, man, people are going to be dicks out there. Pardon my French. But I was waiting for them to kind of just go at it and just vote, shave it. And you know what? All to raise money for the Children's Hospital. That's
absolutely.
Why
I went, at the end of the day, that's what it was all about. And you still raise money for charity, and you get to keep your beard. So
that was the goal.
That's huge. You
that's right.
Did it. You did it. But I mean, all these people that always like, well, if I raise $5,000, I'll shave my chin or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, why don't people try to save it? why is that the go-to? Let's shave our beard. Why is that the go-to? That's crazy.
And, and I'll tell this to everybody out there, anybody who's watching, anybody who does have a beard and say you're done with that beard. You know what? Don't put your whiskers to waste. Do something with it to help drive money up for somewhere. It's I was able to do it. There's a lot of work to do, but it can be done. And just to me, when it's time for opportunity to go away, I'll do something else, of course, and I'll raise more money for some local charity, and we'll go from there. Absolutely. But so far, I'm extremely happy that it's not going anywhere. So I'm watching the color come in like fall, and it's just fantastic fun still.
Hey, well, maybe next year we can do a shave your eyebrows contest.
Then I wouldn't be able to do this.
They'll grow back. It'll be fine.
Or they wouldn't.
I don't know. We can find out.
Yeah, that's true. We'll see if we can actually remove them just the same way with the latex.
That's just.
I think Scott was horrified with that one.
Dude, you should definitely do that.
Out of the next charity drive, let's lop off Brian's eyebrows for $5,000.
Absolutely, I got $100 on that for sure.
We're
saving them things. I ain't saving nothing.
Exactly.
We're saving your eyebrow. Yeah. We will lobby so hard for you to lose those eyebrows.
I tell you what, Mid-Atlantic Championships, maybe I'll do it then. Let's raise $2,500 to shave my eyebrows off live on stage. I'm not committing to that, so don't.
I wouldn't.
But it would be funny to see, though.
Dude, I'll start saving my allowance right now. I will bring money with me.
Well, Brian, we thank you. we thank you very much for joining us tonight, and we're so glad that you and Petunia got to stay together, and your relationship continues to thrive and grow.
And I thank you guys as well for putting the word out there for me and everything like that. It's been a wild ride, and I'm looking forward to keeping on. You know,
Well,
it's a misquote there, but you go to man. You pick. I'm going to put it down.
Yeah, I understand. Well, thank you, Brian Thompson, and we'll have you again on next year when you're going to shave your eyebrows off.
That's right. Let's see how weird I can look without them.
Sounds good. All right, have a good
night.
All
right, guys. You too.
That was good. We got through guest number 1. You ready for the Scott score? You kept us on track. Good
Aaron,
job.
I know that right now it is too late, but if you guys are interested, make sure you guys go over to honestamish.com, use the promo code TalkingBeards, and you'll get 15% off your order, free shipping on orders of $35 or more. You can't get it before Christmas, but you can probably get it before the new year. And why not start the new year off right by taking care of your beard and your skin properly? But as we just got done with No Shave November, we just had a competition over at Honest Amish. The Honest Amish No Shave November beard contest that's been run by Aaron for the past few years. And there are 10 different categories. And if you guys submitted to it and entered to it, you guys have been seeing these fun little things that have been popping up all over online, compliments of Honest Amish about all the different winners from all the different categories. So tonight we have Travis Smith, who is the overall, look at this guy, look at that beard. It is beautiful. He had the best overall beard on the Honest Amish No Shave November online competition. So we thought we would have him on the show tonight and talk to him and find out all about his beard and his journey to this great feat. Travis.
Sir, yes, sir. How you guys doing?
Good, Howard. I love that. Look at that.
Is it working?
It is. That's a great looking mic. My gosh, you are so professional.
You should be part of the Talking Beards network.
So I saw you guys had so I jumped on Amazon same day delivery, the same one Joe Rogan uses.
Oh, I mean, you can tell it's really high quality and it sounds really good.
Travis, you know what?
You
did it.
I love that.
So tell everybody. Guys? Yeah, man. Tell everybody just who you are and where did this magnificent beard come from?
It originated in my face.
Okay. Good thinking.
For it.
So my name's Travis Smith. As you guys know, I haven't been around the bearding community very long. Just this year, actually. This summer, I believe it was. So I got in touch with Mad Viking, Indiana. Shout out to all those guys. I'm no longer a member, but Samantha and I were members for majority of the year. That's where we got our introduction into the community, and it's been great.
How did
you said no longer a member? What's that, Aaron?
How'd you find those guys?
So actually, my stepdad was a member of the previous version.
Okay,
and so I was in the Navy at the time while he was doing that. And I just thought it was awesome. I loved his beard. He'd go do the comps, all that stuff. I was like, man, that's so cool. But I had to be clean shaven all the time, which I was extremely aerodynamic. So that was good. But I couldn't have the beard that I wanted. So when I got out, I started growing a beard. And so I started looking around. I found them on Facebook, talked to some of them, and then ended up joining. And like I said, we're not part of the active members of the club anymore, but try to help out where we can. And I love all that. And if any of you guys are watching, I love you to the moon and back.
Oh, thank you.
That was mainly directed to you, Scott. He loves you to the moon and back, Scott.
He loves your.
Yeah. So you said you started about this summer. How many competitions did you end up doing this year?
Was
this your first year competing, right?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
So the first one was Beard Mob in the Beard Bash in Columbus.
Okay.
So I don't know what month that was, June, July, something like that. But that was my first one. And I was shocked. I didn't know, like, Stu, you guys know Stu Eggers, with the legendary length. Everybody knows. So he was the one that sponsored me. And he was kind of showing me, the ins and outs. And so I ended up winning my category and best overall that night. And so
Nice.
I instantly started like up here, and then got this big ego, as Kyle likes to tell me. So
you got bit by the bug, and the bug got you and sucked you right in.
Yeah, you got it. So I did that one. We did Beard Mob did another one. Beard Mob Indiana did another one in Peru. We went to that one. Lapel. So Tri-County Beard Mustache, they have the one in Lapel. We did that one. And then we did Monsters Ball this year.
So I saw you at Monsters Ball. So that was your fourth competition, huh?
Yeah, that was that was interesting.
Yeah, what'd you think about that event?
And I liked it. It was a good time, but a little backstory to it. So that was the first. I recently, not what this show's about, but I quit drinking in September, and this was the first like big party type environment that I was in without alcohol. So it was a little odd. A lot to take in, but it was still a blast. I met a lot of people. A lot of people that I talked to on social media since I've kind of been in the community a little bit, months. Like people you may know pop up, and then before you know, there's a conversation there, a comment section, and then so I met a lot of those folks, which was really cool. Putting face to name and that type of stuff.
It's I don't know. It's definitely a crazy world. This whole beer community thing is, and I'm glad to see that you found it, and you're obviously doing pretty well in your first few attempts at some competitions. But just don't let your head get too big.
It'd be like,
I know, man. So I've only got so much room on this sucker.
You're running out of little links there. You better slow down.
This guy is
that's why I don't buy fitted hats.
This is really funny. So, all right. So how did you find out about the Honest Amish online competition?
So I follow Honest Amish, and then obviously a lot of people were sharing stuff. I saw Aaron shared it. And so I was like, man, this looks cool. So I jumped in, and I didn't expect a whole lot, because I knew that, it was open to anybody, and nobody had to drive to get there. Nobody had to book a room. Nobody had to pay anything. Fee, nothing.
It was free.
All you had to do was take a picture of yourself.
That's it.
And then I saw like people using professional photos. And I took mine at the backside of our pull down projector screen. Like, okay, it's black. It looked good.
They were good.
All these other ones popping up. I was like, dang, man, like, I don't know, but here we are.
And I think it's like one of those things too, where I know I've done a few of those online ones where you submit a photo, and it's like you kind of hit send, and then it just kind of drifts out of your mind, and then all of a sudden, like a month later or a few weeks later, you get like an email that, oh yeah, hey, you won or this or that. So congratulations, definitely. I mean, you obviously won your category, and then you got the best overall. Now that's pretty darn exciting. How many submissions did you guys get, Aaron? 265,000.
Somewhere in that range.
Wow.
What?
No, we're kidding.
Around like 250, somewhere in there. That's Talking Beards math. You just add a bunch of
more numbers,
zeros for
just
no reason.
Roll that comma down the line.
There you go. That's exactly
about three more places.
So one funny story about this whole contest does involve Travis. So we were looking through all of the pictures and stuff, and it was like, I didn't want people to win multiple categories, right? So Travis was one of them that I had on the list for Full Beard. Well, Full Beard had 150 competitors in it, just as it was, and because Full Beard wasn't broke down into categories, so I didn't pick Travis for Full Beard. Well, so that night I posted all the Full Beards, and he was online. He's like, dang, all these guys look good, but I was hoping I would do all right. And like, I could just feel it. feel him. No, go ahead. I know.
Can I interrupt you, Aaron? Because I wasn't bitching. I wasn't complaining.
No, I didn't say you were bitching.
Aaron
You could just tell.
I was bummed.
You were
So
bummed.
I congratulate everybody. But then Stu had to get on there. Oh, I just posted my picture last night at the deadline. And he placed, right? And I was like, dang, man. I said, look, I posted, and he said I had my Talking Beards hat on for some brownie points. I said I was wearing an Honest Amish hat. And I didn't get. And then you were like, hey, hold up.
I was like, hey, man, you never know what might happen tomorrow, man.
Right. So
the next day was staff picks. So
yeah,
he won the staff picks category. So
look at that.
Yeah,
the beard is definitely beautiful, sir.
Nice,
like
man.
you do take wonderful care of it, and you're going to have a tremendously fruitful journey with that beard. I mean, if you already in your first year of doing competitions and pretty much slaying everything that you've done, you're going to just continue. I mean, and now you have, you're going to be getting a whole bunch of really great Honest Amish products to be using in there, and it's going to look even better.
Hey, that's what's been going down since lapel, and we're just taking off. It's hashtag best for your beard.
There you go, man. Thank you very much. Well, Travis, it was an honor to be one of the people judging your beards or your beard. And yeah, man, be on the lookout for all your prizes, and your beard roll made it in the mail today. And like we said earlier, whoever was ordering those hoodies may have drugged their feet a little bit. I don't know who that person was, but the hoodies won't be ready until first of the year, but it'll be all right.
No worries. If I could fit into a large, this ain't your fault, Aaron. This is my fault. It's these damn guns.
Well,
just doing these back.
I will say, Travis, that you and I are like on almost the same journey of quitting drinking at the same time. So I'm like 130 some days in right now. I might be a little bit further behind you, but I've lost already 20 pounds since I quit drinking. So I've already gone down a size in all my clothes. So
and you feel better.
And
good on you, man. Congrats to you.
Yes, congrats to you, and thank you for being a good inspiration to other people too, and being on here and sharing that story.
Hey, thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you for coming by, Travis. This was fun, man.
Absolutely. See you guys around. Okay. Thank you for having me.
Have a great Christmas, and we'll be talking to you in the next year. I have a good feeling.
I have a feeling too.
I hope we do.
All right. See you, Travis.
All right. See you.
Bye, guys.
Do what? Okay. I missed it. Oh, well. All right. You ready? You ready for this last one? Like I said, we have an action-packed episode tonight. Here we go.
It is so action-packed.
Do you see Nico?
You saw his teeth there real quick.
Yeah, he was like, he's dreaming.
He was like excited our next guest was going to be on, and he like opened his eyes for a second.
Oh my gosh. Everyone should be excited for this next guest. You want to talk him up?
No, I don't know if I can talk him up. I can't do him. I can never do him justice. Like the pictures themselves do them justice.
I mean, look how glorious he is. So let's just get into this. He's not a stranger to the show. He's come on several times, and it's Christmas time. He's beautiful. He's got cool Christmas cards going out, and Murder City got involved in the cool new organization. So we're going to bring in the man, the myth, the legend, Brad Felipe El Taco Petrinec. What's up, man?
How's it going?
Good. How are you?
I'm pretty much fantastic. Thank you. So you guys, you fuckers, you get sober from alcohol and you all lose a bunch of weight. When I got sober from heroin, I gained 40 pounds.
Wow.
That was the wrong one. What happened when you stopped drinking alcohol, though?
Well, I didn't really drink much. I used to. So
nothing changed.
Yeah, no. Well, I mean, sort of. Like I used to nurse beers, but I'd really be on like ketamine or whatever. And but anyways, we don't need to talk. That's not why we're here. You guys brought up this sobriety. I was like, oh man, what the hell?
Yeah, and now you're in this sweet, awesome room with horns on the wall,
smoking your corncob pipe,
like a
Briar,
Frosty the Snowman.
Actually, I am smoking Christmas cheer right now too from the year 2000.
Wow,
for that long.
A Christmas tree cake from the year 2000. You are smoking it.
Wow,
That's called
all.
That's all the sugar in there. That's how you're
Yeah,
getting
you're
all
like,
weight.
that
Oh, you guys.
may be
Look
worse than
here we
heroin.
go. Here we go, guys. We have Andrew Matson tomorrow. He's 10 years sober.
Dude, awesome. Congratulations.
And you gained 20 pounds in the past year.
I actually weigh the most I've ever weighed in my life. So I get it.
You know why, Brad? It's because you're happy. You're happily married. You found a wonderful woman, and life is great for you. You have a green office with a vent so you can smoke in there. It doesn't get any better than that. You're happy.
Speaking
I am. I really am. You know, Scott, you know me well. Life is good.
Speaking of your life being good and having a cool family, do you want to debut this work of art?
Show everybody my Christmas card.
Are you ready?
We're debuting it.
Are you ready? Are they ready?
They're not ready. Here we are.
Let's see if this guy's ready.
Nico's ready.
Yeah, he's ready. Yeah.
He's ready. All right, Nico, here we go. Boom.
Hey, I know them.
This is the most amazing thing I've ever seen in my whole life. This is the happiest I've ever been getting a Christmas card in my entire life.
Oh, thanks.
Like, tell everyone about this thing. What is happening?
This has been an ongoing thing for you for at least 5 years?
Longer. So I've been sending out Christmas cards, custom Christmas cards that I do since I moved to Massachusetts, which was like over 10 years ago, I think. Probably about 10 years ago. It started out because I worked at a stationery company, and our Christmas bonus was
you were like
50 free cards. Is there something going on? Sorry.
No, just keep going.
I was being stationary.
He was being stationary.
Oh my God. Dude, I was like, what did I do? Did it freeze? God.
I picked that one up, Scott. It took me a minute to get the rotary phone one, but the stationary, I got that
good.
Right away.
So I used to do it with just me and my dog, Obi. My very first card I sent out was actually a drawing that I did. And I sent them out. I only had 50 people I sent them to. And then actually the second year I sent them out, I sent a photograph with the cards. And the photograph was of me and my dog. And I was holding him. And he actually had his red rocket was popping out. It was perfect. It was so good. So my cards have been inappropriate.
As soon as you said red rocket, Nico took off running. He did not like that. Anyway, go ahead.
Also, is it okay that I curse? I apologize. I do.
Yep. You were good.
Sometimes. All right.
Go ahead.
I figured it was okay, but at the same time, I want to be respectful. And
you're fine.
Yeah. So anyway, I've been doing it for many, many years. Now I have a family that I get to continue this tradition with, and they're getting into it. They're actually really, really getting into it. The very first one I sent out with them, I actually told everybody. So it's me, my wife, my two stepkids, and my stepkid's best friend. So Devin, chef,
and Mr. Hankey.
Yeah, and Mr. Hankey, but Mr. Hankey's not in every year. So anyways, so chef, which is Devin, is my stepson Preston's best friend. He lived with us for a little while, so he's basically one of us. But when Misty and I first started dating, and Devin was coming around a lot, I actually told my whole family, all my friends, that Devin was my long lost son that had been estranged, and then he came around. In that when I was on heroin, I had slept with a prostitute, and that he was the outcome of that. And he finally came around and found me. I told my dad this, told my sister. I told everybody. And my sister, actually, I'm pretty sure she believed me. She's like, "What? Nuh-uh. Are you serious? Really? Oh my Brad, what the?" It was good. It was really good. And actually, I kept it going on for a couple of years, but now everybody knows I'm full of shit.
Well, everybody knows for sure now.
Yeah, because I told you guys.
Dude, that's hilarious. That's an amazing. Like, did you get him in on it, or did you just?
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah. And because he came to the wedding, so we told everybody at the wedding too. Like, yeah, this is my son. Now, people. I mean, okay, so you have to understand that pretty much everybody at the wedding knew me, so they were pretty sure I was full of shit, anyways. But
they weren't 100%.
No, exactly. I kept them guessing, and that's all that matters.
That's the best. You just 100% commit to something that may or may not be true, and just just roll with it and just see what happens. You never know.
It's fun. I learned from my dad. He's been doing it since I was a kid, and so now I'm pretty much just like my dad.
You know what, Brad?
Yeah.
I
did do it.
You did it.
You get the star.
That's the best star too.
Scott, I miss having you here. Why'd you have to move to Texas, man?
The weather's much nicer down here.
Yeah, and honestly, the barbecue's better too. I do love your state. So
yes, it is nice.
It is. I would move
Texas
there.
Is amazing.
I do miss it up there.
You should move to Dallas.
Oh my God, Chapo's right there.
Yeah, we've been seeing him a lot.
Murder City, Texas. I'm not moving to Texas though. I love Detroit too much. I already moved away for a little while to New England, and it was fun. But my heart is here. So I might move to the west side of the state, but I'm staying in Michigan.
The mitten.
You just love it up there.
Yes, the mitten. Exactly. We have the mitten.
Sorry, I was doing it wrong too, but yeah, I do miss it up there. One of the things that I definitely miss Detroit though. Like Detroit's like one of my
it's
great
the greatest
places
city in the world. So
well, and you guys throw one of the best competitions in the country. I absolutely love it. And
thanks, man.
I really kind of sucked that I missed this year when you guys moved venues to the new place, but it sounded like it was a really good time and everything.
You definitely missed out. It was a cool venue this year.
Yeah, it was fun. I had a good time. I'm very happy with the new venue. We're gonna have it there again this year or next year. Yeah, 2023. Obviously 2024 we won't have the circus because we're gonna have Great American, which is gonna be very fun. So we have the Masonic Temple booked for Great American, which is a giant building, but we're actually doing it in the Fountain Ballroom, which is in the basement. Oftentimes weddings are held there, but it is a really, really cool spot, like super old. It's an old Mason temple. Like that's what it is.
It's a cult.
It's also haunted, which is pretty cool. And just outside of the room that we have is also a barber shop we will have access to. So our plan is to bid it out and have local barber shops bid on it and sponsor the event. And they get that room and they can cut hair and cut beards, and so it'll be pretty cool.
Scott and I should bid on that room, and we should cut beards.
Yes.
I like this.
You're going to start cutting all the goatees off so you can win your categories.
Duh. Turn everybody into chops. Everybody.
We're throwing a competition too. Yeah.
Oh,
we're throwing a competition too at the basement of the Alamo.
Mm-hmm.
It's very prestigious.
Yeah.
Dude, that's sweet.
Basement of the Alamo.
Wait,
right?
when is this?
Yeah, we haven't picked a date yet.
Oh, cool. Well, don't do it in November. That's all I ask. And if you do it in 2024, don't do it in September. That's all I ask.
September 2024 is when we were really kind of shooting to have it. Probably like the second or third or fourth weekend, maybe the first weekend. I don't know. We haven't.
So do you want to know the actual date of Great American?
Sure.
It's September 21st of 2024.
Yep. So September 21st. Talking Beards, the club is going to be in the basement of the Alamo.
That's not even cool, man. I mean, it's totally cool, but don't do it the same date as us.
Sorry. God. It's been planned out like this for years.
You can't just get the basement of the Alamo like, a quick phone call.
Yeah, we had to work. Pee Wee had to be involved.
You're going to make me cry. Pee Wee.
Yeah. How do you think we got in the basement of the Alamo?
Wait, like Pee Wee Herman?
Yeah. Pee Wee Herman helped us get
is Cheech going to be there too?
Of course.
Oh,
he's a judge.
All right, I'm coming. Fuck Great American.
You're not even going to Great American now.
Whatever. I'm done. I'm going to your guys' comp.
It's going to be way more exciting. But so anyways, speaking of exciting things, other than you guys hosting one of the greatest events, Great American in 2024, you said?
Yes, sir.
And we'll probably have you on before that event.
Yeah,
if we're still playing in 2024.
I'm going to probably say we'll probably have Brad on at least a half a dozen more times between now and then.
Dude, I'll come on whenever you want.
Hey, man.
I'm more than happy to come and just shoot the shit with you guys.
But anyways, the Murder City facial hair crew just got accepted to be in the WBMA. Now that's pretty exciting. So tell us about that whole process.
Yeah. So Well, Logie and I went to Worlds in Austin a couple of years ago. In what is it, 2017?
17.
Yeah, and it was a lot of fun. We really wanted to be more a part of our club. Really wanted to be more a part of the Worlds. So we applied. We applied recently, and one of the reasons we did, because I had never even thought to apply. We were already like a part of the Alliance, Beard Team USA, all of the things that are for North America.
Yeah.
But then why not take it worldwide? Like it was brought to my attention when Mad Viking was trying to bring Worlds here. And I was like, oh, well, we can't vote because we're not a voting club. So I was like, well, we need to apply because
what's up, Diggs?
We need to be able to vote. And I'm hoping that I can make it to Worlds next year in 2023 in Germany. I'm really, really trying. The only thing is it's the same time that my stepdaughter has finals, and there's a lot going on.
Right.
But I'm figuring it out because I really, really want to make it happen.
I'd love to see you over there with us for sure.
Yeah, you guys are going to be there for sure. That is one more reason I have to go. And I mean, I've never been to Europe, so it's
scary over there.
It is scary.
People
Super
die
scary.
daily.
Dude, I'm from Detroit.
Oh yeah, you're good.
Oh my God. Did I tell you the story about, no, I probably haven't. So my wife, she was dropping my stepdaughter off at school one day, and she's driving down 94, which is the freeway we live by. And it was around Halloween, and she calls me up, and I'm on my way to go. So I teach on Fridays, and it was a Friday. So I'm on my way into work to go teach. And she calls me up. And she's like, I just saw the strangest thing. I thought it was like Halloween decoration or something. It had to have been because it's around Halloween, but it looked like a body on the side of the road, and it was all folded up, and it kind of looked like it was a kid. And then I'm checking the news when I get to work, and sure enough, they found a dead body on the side of 94. That's what she saw.
Wow.
Yeah. Which is insane to me. I've never come across anything like that.
Just Detroit stuff, really.
Yeah. I mean, well, actually this was St. Clair Shores, which is a relatively nice area. But it is right on the border of Detroit.
It came from Detroit. Clearly.
Yeah. Well, actually, no, it came from Southfield, so I live east of Detroit, and it came from west of Detroit, which is kind of strange. But I just thought that was an interesting story.
I still blame Detroit.
Huh?
I still blame Detroit.
That's fine. You can.
Yeah.
But no, we have to listen. We're trying to promote that Detroit is safe.
Oh, yeah.
So
the outskirts of Detroit. That's
don't go in the outskirts. Just go into the heart of Detroit.
Just go into the heart, and that's fine. That's where Eminem's from, and Fago
and Esham.
Yes.
Yeah.
But Esham the unholy. You can't stop me. You can't hold me. All right. So another thing about Great American, one of the things we're planning is an art show. It'll be either the Friday or the Thursday before, but it'll be going on all weekend, but we'll have the debut. But it's actually going to be Eric Perry showcasing his portraits from the circus over the years, because he's been shooting since the very first circus. So he's going to have his portraits up. It's going to be a whole thing at an art gallery right down the street, all walkable. It's going to be in, they call it Midtown now. It used to be the Cass Corridor. But I was speaking with the owner of the gallery, and he actually knows, I guess, the mayor or the person that runs that part of Detroit. And
like a mafia boss?
Something like that. I don't know what it's called. They have an organization that kind of.
When you say mayor and you use the word organization, that's
mafia boss.
But it's a legit version.
Okay. Who's voted in by the people.
Yeah, so they're going to make it a whole thing. So we're going to turn the Midtown area and the Cass Corridor area into just a big facial hair celebration the whole weekend. So it's going to be a good time. I'm really looking forward to it.
You working on other things to go along with this? Any type of street fair type stuff, or?
Yeah, I mean that's what we're going to work with the I don't know what we would call them. I just said the mayor because they basically run that part of Detroit.
Or either a chamber of commerce.
Yeah, it's that's what it is. It's like a chamber of commerce, but it's not for the whole city. It's just for that part of the city.
Oh, all right,
that makes sense. I think they call it the Cass Corridor. I don't know what they call it, but anyways, we're working on some fun stuff.
Dude, that's going to be amazing. You're just going to completely turn Great American into this big, giant festival that whoever comes along behind you is just gonna have to live up to it.
I mean, that's the hopes. That's exactly what we're planning to do. We've got a lot of big ideas. It's just making them happen now, and we're meeting all the right people. So
Steve Eiserman's going to be a judge.
No, we want actual people, a part of the beard community, to be judges.
Oh.
But Steve Eiserman would be cool. Eminem would be cool. Tim Robinson. Are you familiar with Tim Robinson?
Yes, the director / actor who was in the Shawshank Redemption. Yes.
No, not Tim Robbins. Tim Robinson. He used to write for. He was the center. To watch the show Detroiters. No. There's another show on Netflix called like So You Think You Can
Stranger Things.
He was in Stranger Things?
Yeah. Wow. Anyways, he used to write for Saturday Night Live. He was actually on Saturday Night Live as well. He's from Detroit. I went to high school with him. So maybe we can get him involved somehow.
Brad has famous friends.
Well, acquaintances. He was in a punk band that I used to watch.
Tim
Allen's from Detroit. He used to sell drugs, man.
See? You probably know him.
I should know everybody that sold drugs.
Probably.
Unfortunately, I don't. I mean, actually, it's probably fortunate.
Glad you do.
Your friend is Tina Fey.
Tina Fey? What? I'm Tina Fey.
Oh, wow. We've got Tina Fey on the show tonight. Jeez. This is amazing.
Just doing my best.
You're doing a great job, Tina.
Wow, this is a lot of excitement going on up in for you guys up in Detroit. I mean, congratulations on getting into the WBMA. Congratulations on getting the Great American. Congratulations on another year of a great Circus of Whiskers and finding a new venue. And congratulations on just being awesome.
Oh,
that's you.
It's our club. It's not me. It's our club.
I know. Yes, it is a lot. It is a lot of the club, but you're just awesome, though.
Oh, thanks. I try. I don't know, man. I'm just me.
I do love though that you do you do have a really great group of guys and girls involved with the Murder City Club that are they've been there for a long time. You have you're like one of the longer running clubs that has a lot of like OG members that are just have stuck it out and really helped you guys grow. And I mean, it's like,
members too.
What was that?
We've actually got a lot of new members too. We're continuing to grow. It's like, it's weird. So Chapo moved to Texas and all of a sudden he's like, a lot of the newer guys are getting more and more involved. There was a time where it was just me and a couple of the guys that were getting everything going, but now everybody's really getting involved. A couple of the guys in the club are stagehands for different venues around the city too. So like we're really getting more involved with the different venues and really putting on bigger production stuff. Like we're like for Great American, we're going to be doing the lighting and everything because one of our guys does it at that venue for different events. So
it's definitely not. I mean, it's just like Austin, the club. I mean, when you have a production crew that you can bring in that you work with, I mean, it just it takes the event to a completely new level.
Yeah, exactly. Awesome. Yeah. We're very excited about it.
We're very excited about it.
Well, I can't wait, man. I just want to show everybody our city. I mean, to be honest, I love Detroit so much. I've seen it grow and change so much since I was a kid, but really over the past 10 years, it's insane. Like Scott, you came with us I gave everybody a tour of the city before, right?
I didn't go with you.
Oh, okay. Well, I gave a bunch of people a tour of the city. I took them inside a couple of abandoned buildings, did a lot of real Detroit things, took them to get tacos, of course, because that's what I do. But now I can't take people inside abandoned buildings anymore because first off, they're all getting torn down. And second off, it's actually a targeted offense now. After that time when I took everybody, I got a ticket for going inside an abandoned building.
Really?
And taking photos.
How did they give you a ticket?
They caught me when I was coming out. Yeah, when I came out, there was a cop right there. I was like, oh shit. I just figured I'd be like, hey, how's it going? You know, it's not a big deal. I'm just inside this building, whatever. Because that's how it always was. But now it's a targeted offense, and they actually don't want you going in these buildings. One of the reasons they told me was like 2 weeks prior, somebody had died because the staircase in this building that I was in collapsed when they were on it. So it's like, okay, I guess it makes sense why they're not letting people in, or they don't want people in these buildings anymore. But still kind of a bummer. Like, these are the things that I grew up doing, and now you can't do it anymore.
There's a lot of things that we can't do that we used to do when we were kids.
Yeah. Well,
the world's changed.
Right. And then look at this, like all these little fuckers. I got arrested for possession of marijuana when I was in high school. Now it's legal. It is like straight up legal here in Detroit. People just go to a dispensary and buy it. I bought this house that I'm living in. There were pot plants growing in my backyard when I bought this house. I was like, what is going on in the world we live in? Mushrooms are legal here almost. I know they're legal in different cities in Michigan now. Like, it is insane. Like, all of the things I got in trouble for are like, now it's, you can do whatever you want. So
but the things that you used to do and not get in trouble for, now you get in trouble for them. Like going in buildings.
Right, exactly. Everything is flip-flopped on me. It's like, what is going on?
Back in my day, I used to be able to go in abandoned buildings and I would get arrested for drugs. Now you just get to do drugs. You can't go in buildings.
Yeah. What the hell?
Ain't whippersnappers.
God.
So Andrew has an actual question from the chat here. He wants to know, will there be a drag queen bingo pre-party for Great American?
That's a good idea. We might do it. We thought it had kind of worn itself out because we had done it like 4 years in a row, I think, or 3 years.
People come for that.
Oh yeah, and that's the thing. Maybe it's just our guys that kind of got worn out with it. They're just like, it's the same jokes, it's the same person. Like, let's try something new. But I really liked Drag Queen Bingo, and I think that is something we could definitely bring back for Great American, because that was something that was a part of our competition for a while. Mm-hmm. I don't think we'll do it for the circus next year, just because honestly, we're just going to follow a recipe that we followed this past year. Because we want it worked, right, and we want to focus on Great American.
Yeah, so you just follow the recipe for that one, but bring back Drag Queen Bingo.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea, and I think we might do it. And I honestly, like, the only problem with Drag Queen Bingo is it would be on a Friday night, and that's when registration needs to be. So
make it a whole event.
Registration at Drag Queen Bingo.
There you go.
We'll figure something out.
How about you guys figure something out?
How about y'all figure something out? How about that, Brad?
We could even. I'll reach. Never mind. I'm not going to brainstorm with you guys, but it is a possibility. We'll leave it at that.
Hey, just as I always say, right there, you can see it on the wall. What you create, you imagine.
That is true.
It is. It is true. Brad, thank you for coming by tonight. I know it's kind of last minute, and we're like, what are we going to do for a show? And we're like, well, we need Brad on, obviously. And then we added these other people, and it turned into a whole thing. But thank you for coming on.
Hey, thanks for having me.
I think that maybe we should just have you every year right before Christmas to unveil the Christmas card.
I'm more than happy to do that.
With Brad.
So the past 2 years, so last year we did It's Always Sunny. This year we did South Park, but I don't want to do like a TV show or movie anymore. So next year is going to have to be something totally different. So
Talking Beards inspired. Good thing.
All right, I'll see if I can grow a goatee.
There you go. Perfect.
All right.
Well,
bye,
Andrew
guys.
said this right here. Also, he said El Taco Tuesday should be a weekly segment. So,
I mean,
what's the taco of the week, Brad?
Chorizo.
There it is.
Actually, chorizo and potato.
See you next week with the taco of the week.
Sounds good. All right. I'll at least comment about the taco of the week. All right.
Perfect.
All right.
Thank you, Brad.
All right. Thanks, guys. I love you guys.
Bye.
We love you too.
Bye. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Look at that. My gosh. We did it, Scott Scora.
We did it.
So I got a little piece of beard mail real quick.
Oh! Breaking news.
Breaking news. Last minute Christmas idea, but it won't make it for Christmas probably, maybe. But Kel E. Part wrote a new book. Look at that.
Tanya Lasagna. Why don't you read us an excerpt? Just one page.
Let me find the...
Read us one sentence from one page, because it looks like there's a lot of words.
There's a lot of words in these. This is a lot more in depth than I was expecting. All right. At one point, a neighbor that knew of Tanya's deal stopped by Tanya's backyard and brought Tanya a small meal. I want you to try these, and maybe you'll see that nothing is better than fresh broccoli. With this, Tanya said, fine, but then leave me be. I will not waste time with your evil green tree. And what is this? Over here? A ripe tomato, you say? I'll pass. Thank you kindly, and just say, oh, no way.
The end.
Yeah, there's the whole book. Tanya Lasagna by Kelly E. Park.
Goodness gracious. Yeah.
Hit her up on all social
Amazon.
media, and I think it's on Amazon as well.
Yeah, I think she strictly sells her stuff straight up on Amazon, because I was looking up her other books the other day. But yeah, you can check out Kelly on Amazon, or hit us up. We can get you in touch with her. You can probably message her directly. Yeah, When a Beard Gets Weird. But yeah, you can probably get the books directly from her, and she's good at autographing. She likes signing books to people and stuff with her fun pencil that she has.
With her fun pencil.
Yeah,
we love Kelly Park. Thank you for finding her, Scott Sakura, and bringing her into everyone's life, because she was the number one fan at Chicago of Talking Beards, and she didn't even know.
And it would have been funny to have brought that picture up.
It was in here for the longest time, but I think we deleted it not too long ago.
Yeah, it's very, very similar to
like we just deleted that like 2 weeks ago.
I don't know.
Oh well, yeah, but yeah, we met Kelly Park in Chicago at Nationals, and if you remember our old logo with the up in the top right corner, that guy, she basically had that on a shirt, and she thought she was just being creative, but we're like, oh no, you're our number one fan. And then we got a Jeffrey mustache picture with her, and acted like we'd known her forever, but we had literally just met her.
Yeah, she was a breath of fresh air.
Dude, she's awesome. She's awesome. But yeah, that's pretty much the end of this episode. Oh, we got one more thing. Gosh dang it. I knew this was going to happen. So remember we were doing the Wigs for Kids thing last week?
Yeah, I remember that.
Whisker Club, and Ray Norcross talked about it on Bearding Without Borders. I think Fabs and Foghorn talked about it. Anyway, we were able to raise $740 for Wigs for Kids, and that's being sent over I think next week. But one last time, if anybody wants to throw some money their way, I'm sure as long as you put it in the comments or whatever, they'll know what it is. Craft Whisker Club at yahoo.com to their PayPal. Wigs for Kids. There's never too late to raise some more money for those kiddos. Each wig is $1,800. So we didn't even buy one wig, but we bought almost half of one. So that's pretty good. So hopefully some other random podcast show is raising Wigs for Kid money too.
Well,
hey,
I did have a discussion with one of my old club members from Cleveland. They wanted to donate to Wigs for Kids, and I don't know if they got it in time, but I told them, I said, hey man, they're based out of Cleveland. I'm like, there'd be a really great organization for you guys between the two different organizations that they do beard stuff through and other things that they do through to work with. So hopefully they look into that a little bit more and get some kids some wigs. That'd be great. But anyways, I'm Scott Sakura. You guys can check us out over at talkingbeards.com. We'd appreciate it very much. We want to wish everyone a very Merry Christmas. Everyone be safe out there. We appreciate everyone that's tuned in this year. I mean, we're still going to have another show next week, but a year-end show. But everyone enjoy your families, and just we appreciate you guys very much. So we wish you a very Merry Christmas.
That's right. Everybody have a very Merry Christmas and 5 days. Happy holidays and all that good stuff, and just enjoy yourself. And yeah, we'll have one more show this year, and then we'll start next year. So that's what we're doing. So thank you everybody for watching tonight. Thank you for all of our 900 guests that we ended up having, and have a great night. Okay, bye.
Goodbye. Merry Christmas, Aaron. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Thanks for tuning in to Talking Beards. Make sure you go over to honestamish.com and use promo code TalkingBeards to get 15% off your order. Don't forget to tune in live next Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern at talkingbeards.com.